I am the Mademoiselle and this is my channel. And as you guys can see by the title, we're here to talk about Chef P yet again. She's out here playing in our faces, trying to tell us that Dave's Gourmet is out here messing with her money, lying about trying to do the right thing. So we're gonna be reacting to the video that she made in response to what Dave's Gourmet said about paying her $120,000. So we're gonna be here for a minute, okay? Because Dave's Gourmet then made another response basically exposing Chef P for the scammer that she really is. And y'all, and I'm telling you, this shit is serious, bro. Like, it just... It goes on and on and on and on. Like, y'all, when I'm telling y'all, Dave's Gourmet did not come to play. Get your tea, get your snacks, get everything you need, because they definitely annihilated Chef P with their statement, y'all. Like, I already basically skimmed through it and I was flabbergasted. All right, now, as you guys can tell, I do look a little bit different. If you guys don't follow me on social media, which I'm not understanding why you don't. I was in my friend's wedding recently and we all had to have braids. I opted for the bohemian braids, and yes, you can get braids over your locks, okay? You can get braids over your locks. You know, a lot of people think that just because you have locks, you can't do anything to them. I've worn wigs, I've worn wraps, I've worn braids over my locks numerous times. My locks are indeed still in here, all right? Doesn't do anything to them. I don't know why after all these times of seeing, at least, I don't know why after seeing Chloe and Hallie do all these amazing, beautiful, different things to their locks, a lot of people just fail to realize so many things to your locks without damaging them. But yes, you can. I plan to keep these in for at least a month or two. I absolutely love these, okay? I went to the African shop to get these done. I go to only one African shop to do my braids. Like, I make sure that they take good care of my hair, you know? Y'all already know I have my run-in with specific African shops. I don't play that, you feel me? But yeah, they did a really good job. They snapped. You can't even tell I got locks under here. Now, as y'all know, my locks are like super duper long. So I had to kind of get these pretty long, which I'm not a fan of. I'm out here looking like the Black Rapunzel, but I really do like these. And for those of you guys who've been keeping up with the Bachelorette saga, part 3 is now up. Part 4 is only going to remain on Patreon. If I do decide to drop these publicly, it's probably going to be up in December, no more, no less. So if y'all want to go catch up now. If you guys are not on a Patreon and you don't follow me on social media, don't even bother to talk about how you love my content, because that's just crazy. Because my Patreon is probably the cheapest Patreon you can get on. It's only $5 a month, bro. That's the most expensive tier. You get early access. You get dedicated videos on there at least once a week, and then you get a dedicated Discord. Like, what is you even doing? And also, before we get into this, like, you might hear my fire alarm going off. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it is in another room. I really hope you guys can't hear that. I apologize in advance. So we're not here to talk about me. We're not here to talk about my hair. We're here to talk about Chef P's scamming ass. So let's get into this reaction. Now you want to leave and shit. So I made sure I downloaded this video to my phone just in case her scamming ass wanted to try something, you feel me? So it is an 8-minute video. We are going to be pausing. I am gonna link it down below, but again, she might try to delete this because she's been getting a lot of backlash. So if you guys didn't watch my original video, please feel free to do so. It's going to be linked down below. So here it goes.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl Chef P, and I am back with another video. Okay, so I know y'all wondering, like, where the hell is she? What does she have going on? Is she homeless? What's going on with my contract? I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I've literally been taking a sabbatical just to get my mind together, get my kids stabilized, get my house stabilized, and get my business back in order. So that is where I've been, just regaining balance and peace inside of my life. And I'm back now. I missed y'all so much.
I feel like she full of shit, because for someone that literally was sitting there talking about, I'm going to be homeless, I can't pay for anything for my children, they have to go back to school, I'm living off of $20 or $10 a day, however much it was that my mom was giving me, just basing off of her background, which, I mean, she could be filming from a friend's house, a family member's house, a Starbucks that just look real fancy. I don't fucking know. That don't look like a poor background to me. I don't know. Comment down below if I'm just thinking too much into it. That background look pretty, like, look at the chandelier at the top. Like, look at the nice lighting fixture. Look at the lashes. Look at the wig. Look at the makeup. It's, I don't know. I don't know. She literally could be at a friend's house, but I'm just saying, I don't know.
Thank you to all of the people who sent me kind words and motivation. Thank you also for the donations. They have helped tremendously, guys. Now, let's talk about what is actually going on.
You need to be thanking Kyrie Irving because he's literally probably over 80% of that donation. Barely anyone donated because they saw that you were full of shit. Also, let me just add that let's be fucking for real here, right? You did not take a sabbatical, okay? You didn't know what to say or how to say it because people peeped your caca, all right?
And, you know, all of this chaos that's going on with Dave's Gourmet. I want to acknowledge this $120,000 that they've responded to the blog saying that they paid me. So number one, it wasn't an upfront payment of $120,000 straightforward. It was sent to me, but they were partial payments, and then also a huge chunk of that money went toward me paying for Airbnb and paying for hotels because, mind y'all, I was homeless for 6 months following this, in which I kept having a security issue because I was promised that I would receive legal help for people spreading false narratives about the pink sauce. However, that never happened.
Ma'am. It doesn't matter if it was $120,000 up front, $120,000 spread across 6 months, $120,000 spread across 4 months, $120,000 spread across 6 weeks. It doesn't matter. $120,000 is $120,000. You received $120,000 and it seems as if you blew it all off. And now you want people to feel sorry for you because now you're crying broke after you received $120,000. You can live off of $120,000. And then Dave's Gourmet came out and said that they even told your ass to get a regular job because the income that you would be receiving for the pink sauce being in stores would be sporadic and it probably wouldn't be wise to live off of that. However, you did not. Okay, we're gonna get into that, y'all. Child, I'm telling y'all. Dave's Gourmet did not come to play with the receipts. Okay, but I'm saying it does not make sense how she's really trying to be like, oh, well, it wasn't, all given to me up front. Nigga, it doesn't matter if it wasn't. You were given $120,000. That's more than most people get ever. That's more than most people ever get in a year. You were given that money. Where did it go?
It built up a lot for me, in which they know, and I have proof of the conversations that I actually had with them about not receiving the support that I was promised. So that goes to that. Now, also, people speculating about me getting my body done. Me getting my body done would not make me broke. And this ass came from Eunice. This is my ass. And who makes a financial decision that would make them broke? So my body has nothing to do with it. So let's leave that.
I didn't know people were even thinking that she did that, but Sage, what are you eating? I know she eating something she's not supposed to be eating. But nonetheless, child, that's neither here or there.
Out of the category of what we're talking about. However, they know the proof and the truth in what I have on this phone.
Yeah.
Now,
drop it.
Also, going back to my royalty, a lot of people like speculating or putting their input in. My royalty is supposed to be paid to me before any expenses. Before any expenses.
Not if it's not in the contract.
Cut my check. However, little do y'all know, or y'all do not know, because I've been silent for so long. We've been going through this since January. We've been going through this since January. So I literally have proof as to how the royalty was collected when I received my royalty for Q1. When I received my royalty for Q1, it was paid to me before any expenses. Now that I'm uncomfortable and they know that I would have been hiring legal help, they make this bogus excuse as to why they're putting expenses on top of my royalty. It does not work like that.
Ma'am, did you read your fucking contract before you signed it? That's all I need to know, because most of the time that's how it is. It's expenses, then you get your royalty. If we're being real here, you have a food product. There's so many people that are getting paid to make this situation happen. You need the people in the factories to get paid. You need the company, the marketing, all of this stuff to get paid. Walmart needs to get paid for having this shit on the shelf. What do you think this is? You're not making it in the kitchen anymore, ma'am. Like, I don't know why people, like, and even if they didn't highlight this to you, I would assume that this would be common sense, and I would assume that this would all be in the contract that you clearly did not read before you signed it. And then to make matters worse, this shit is not selling. It is now on clearance. This shit is more than likely not making the money that she claimed that it was making. She was sitting here flexing, doing all of this. Oh, my sauce is selling 200,000 bottles, etc. I'm making all of this money. You probably didn't. And even if you did, it's probably taking a lot of cuts out. There's so many expenses that have to be paid before you get your cut. That's how this works. Even artists get the last check. You think artists get paid first? No, the songwriter, the producer, the managers, the label gets paid beforehand. That's why it's better to be independent. Like, everybody knows this. It's literally common knowledge. What did you think this was? Tifia pa con lire. She don't even know how to read. She can barely talk right. That's why she got caught up in this. It has nothing to do with them trying to scam her or flip anything on her. She literally didn't read. And I honestly think this is partially Dave Gourmet's fault, because they were probably just way too nice to the girl. And you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about later on, because literally this shit gets real messy.
So it's like, long story short, these people defrauded me.
Oh God.
So I would have
Whoa! She did not say defrauded. That's not a fucking word, ma'am. Defrauded. These people scammed. These people defrauded me. What is defrauded? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe defrauded is a real word, guys. I mean, if I'm wrong, I have no problem saying I'm wrong. It is a real word, guys. I'm absolutely wrong. Legally obtain money from someone by deception. She was absolutely correct. He used a false identity to defraud the bank of thousands of dollars. It is a word. It is a word. Okay. It is a word, ladies and gentlemen. I was absolutely wrong. I have no problem saying that I was wrong. I just feel like she sounds weird saying it, but hey, she was right.
For fraud, because it's not only the calculation of the royalty, but it's everything else that is deteriorating my business and my brand. Because when we had negotiation, this is an innovative brand. This is an innovative product, which comes with risk, which means that money has to be allocated and
First of all, deteriorating, and there's nothing innovative about your brand. It's a goddamn sauce, ma'am. It's a sauce that you put on chicken fingers, maybe on some pizza, maybe on some salad, maybe on some french fries. Like, there's nothing innovative. It's a pink sauce, and now it's beige. It is nothing innovative about your brand, ma'am. Relax, humble yourself, take a seat, shut the fuck up. Like, this lady is she's delusional. I think she needs to be in a loony bin, and I really don't like to refer to it as that, as I am someone that is mentally ill themselves and takes medication. However, she needs to be locked up in the loony bin. She is genuinely delusional and she needs help. What is innovative about a sauce that is a hint of beige? You made a sauce. You went viral. Your time is up. And I think she's having a hard time coming to terms with the fact that her time's up. What is innovative about a sauce? Ma'am, in the last video, she was talking about something. This was supposed to be the Beyonce of the sauces. Ma'am, no, it was not. This was the crackhead of the sauces. And then she gonna come for Whitney like, bitch, shut up. Whitney ain't had nothing to do with it. Leave Whitney alone.
The marketing is the company. They did not do that, which caused me to suffer drastically. And yes, I am in this for the long haul. That's why I'm here still fighting for my brand, because I'm not looking at the $1 million that was made. I'm looking at the millions and millions of dollars that wasn't made because they're not freaking listening to me. In freaking October, I was talking about a whole Barbie themed campaign. And no, we wouldn't have used Barbie font. I know people commented on that as well. Like, there are certain ways to do certain things subliminally. but it would have been done, but none of that was supported. And I feel like the pink sauce was built through social media. The pink sauce was built fast through social media, and y'all deserve to see those visuals.
How this, like, this how you know that she owns a business and she doesn't even know what she's doing, and that a lot of people that own businesses just shouldn't own businesses, right? Barbie knows how to sue the fuck out of people and knows how to make examples out of people. A lot of people that were out here using Barbie likeness, okay, whether it was the colors, the fonts, the mantras, the logos, any of that, were getting sued left and right. It didn't matter if you were big, small, whatever. So if Dave's Gourmet was not listening to her, that's probably why. So I don't know why she doesn't already know that, but like, Barbie don't fucking play. Like, Barbie will sue the hell out of you just to make an example out of you. They are not a fan of people using their shit. Okay, you have to go, you have to ask permission, you have to put in certain paperwork in order to use Barbie's likeness for any type of promoting. So I need to understand, it's not even just Barbie, it's a lot of brands that are like that. Like, they will sue you just to make a point. So ma'am, that's probably why they weren't listening to your dumb ass. Use your nonsense that you've been doing online. You be out here dressing in pink just to do fucking bullshit. Do that. Keep doing that. Okay? Keep doing your fucking pink nonsense, playing in pink in your kitchen, and keep promoting your pink sauce that way. But do not go out using trademark businesses to try and promote your own brand. They will sue the fuck out of you and Dave's Gourmet, ma'am. That's probably why they weren't listening to you. Some people just do not need to have businesses because they just don't know basic shit. Like, that's very basic principle. You don't go using other people's brands to promote your shit unless you have a partnership with them. She's sitting here not even addressing the elephant in the room. Where the fuck did the money go? I understand you're saying that you were homeless and you didn't get help, you know, regarding the fact that your address was doxed because clearly you fucked up with your own business. But still, why didn't you get an apartment with the initial investment that you were given, the initial money that you were given? Why the fuck didn't you use the money to reinvest into the business to make more money? Why didn't you use the money to show that you were actually making money to actually go get business funding? Why didn't you use the money to actually jumpstart a different business? Like, there's a lot of things you could have did with that money, but instead you blew the shit off. Tell the fucking truth. The devil's a lie.
A fabulous sauce, and that is not what this is given. This is given beige sauce. I created the pink sauce, which is a vibrant, bright colored, beautiful, scrumptious, delicious sauce, and that is not what y'all getting. So now I have to work to rebuild my brand, and I am okay with that. And then also in regards to work, I'm comparing, call me delusional, but yes, I'm comparing myself to Beyonce. If Beyonce went dead ass broke, would you tell her to get a job? No. You would tell her to get another gig, and that's what I'm doing.
You're not Beyonce. You're not. Oh my God. This woman needs psychological help. Like, she true. Oh my God. What in the world makes you think you could even use Beyonce as an analogy for this? Beyonce is an artist, okay, with many years under her belt. I'm not even a Beyonce fan, okay? And I can tell you, you're nowhere near Beyonce's level to even make that comparison. Put some respect on the woman's name, okay? I'm not a Beyonce fan. However, I can acknowledge that she's a wonderful performer with a lot of years of talent under her belt, who doesn't need to be in any type of sentence with the likes of you. Keep her name out your mouth, bro. Stop it. All right, just don't even, bro. You make fucking sauces, moldy sauces out of your fucking living room, kitchen, whatever the fuck, and then had to be saved by Dave's Gourmet, and then you're biting the hand that feeds you. I'm talking a whole lot of shit and not taking accountability, okay? Feme jolu, okay? I lave bundao. Wash your ass, bitch. Or like the Jamaicans like to say, go suck your mother. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God. It's the audacity for me. Beyonce has nothing to do with this.
My ass off every single day to rebuild the vision and the brand for my business. For my business. And then there's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my brand. I did not give away my brand. These people just took permission and abused it. So they took their permission and they abused it. But it's okay, because I look at it as, well, that was 1 year, at least it wasn't 10 years. So we're fixing this, and I hope
no accountability.
And I get so riled up because I be so passionate, right? And if y'all not used to that, I have to excuse myself, but I was raised hard. But
barely.
You know, so I really hope that my story inspires or helps somebody else that is going through something like this, or that is thinking about signing a deal with another company. Please make sure that you have a contract attorney. And if they say red duck, blue duck, one duck, two duck, then make them write every single thing that they say down, because what these people did to me was gave me an ambiguous piece of paper that you don't know if you turn it left or you turn it right, and they're just manipulating words, and it does not work like that. So moving forward, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be talking to y'all, and it might be a little bit awkward starting off at first, but you know, we gotta do this, and y'all gotta see, and y'all gotta learn me and all of that stuff. And I just feel like I'm free from prison. I'm freed. I'm unsilenced. I can actually...
Something about her is just giving she probably really does need help. Like, what the fuck are you... Like, let her out of her contract. Maybe that's why she's saying she's free. I hope she is, so we can stop hearing about this fucking mess. But maybe not. Because, y'all... Dave's Gourmet did not come to play. I told y'all this video was gonna be long, all right? I told y'all this video was gonna be long. So without even listening to the rest of this shit, because this is practically the end, there's probably, you know, like a minute or so left, but who good fuck is? Let's get into the statement, all right? Get your tea, get your snacks. I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds while I sip my water. So this statement can be found on Dave Gourmet's website, My Friends, okay? Dave's Gourmet said, in August 2022, Dave's Gourmet LLC DG signed an agreement with Veronica Shaw, that is Chef P's real name, and her entities Pink Sauce LLC and Flavor Crazy Incorporated, in which FCPS LLC Shaw were responsible for promoting Pink Sauce through the digital content, and DG was in charge of achieving the required shelf stability for the product, making the formula acceptable for commercial production and following FDA's food production guidelines, production and sales of the pink sauce production online and to retailers. At the time, Shaw was not producing pink sauce because FDA instructed her to cease all production due to quality concerns. She was making pink sauce in her kitchen and was shipping it without refrigeration in the heat of summer, and the sauce frequently went bad during shipping, as evidenced by many social media posts from buyers. The sauce was not shelf stable and was not safe for shipping without refrigeration. There was huge negative publicity online and on social media due to quality issues that Shaw had experienced. According to the agreement, Shaw received an upfront payment of $45,000 as part of the agreement for Shaw to pursue the sale of pink sauce. So let's pause right there. She received $45,000 up front, y'all. You said that you were homeless, you couldn't find housing, you were bouncing all around due to, you know, people doxing your address, all of this goofy shit. You received $45,000. That's more than enough to find stable housing. Stop fucking playing with me, bro. This bitch is a fucking liar. She's a scammer. She's full of shit, and she has absolutely no accountability. All right, $45,000. That's enough to get an apartment, get furniture, and then live la vida loca for a tiny bit. Where is the money, Miss Shaw? According to the agreement, Miss Shaw was responsible for all the refunds for the products that predated the agreement. After the agreement was signed, it turned out that neither Shaw nor her entities had enough funds to cover all the refunds to the people who never received the product that she was responsible for. According to the agreement, it is our belief that Shaw was fully aware that there were not enough funds to cover the refunds. There was a hold put by Shopify and PayPal, most of the cash in her accounts, due to multiple customer complaints, and even the cash that was there was mostly not available to pay refunds. Dave's Gourmet couldn't see the customer's disappointment with no product and no refund, so it provided approximately $30,000 to cover the refunds, even though this was Shaw's responsibility. So does that sound like a company that's trying to fuck her over? It was her responsibility to pay these refunds to these customers because these refunds were due to these customers before the agreement. Dave's Gourmet covered these refunds. And she's still out here talking shit. If anything, they could technically sue her for libel. They can sue her for defamation. They can sue her for a whole bunch of shit because she's out here popping all this shit. And they sat here and paid her customers refunds and they didn't have to. Honestly, she a piece of shit. It's wild. Some of these funds came back to Dave's Gourmet after the hold on Shaw's account was lifted by PayPal and Shopify. Prior to entering the partnership with Dave's Gourmet, Shaw reviewed and negotiated the contract with the help from her attorney. According to the contract, Shaw receives royalties that depend on the sales of pink sauce. And also there is a milestone payment if certain goals are met. All payments have been communicated and paid on time in accordance with the agreement. Dave's Gourmet also advised Veronica that pink sauce royalties should not be her only source of income, as they can fluctuate, and should have a regular job to make sure that she has financial stability. They told your ass to get a job. And what did you do? You didn't get a job. And even if she definitely $120,000 is enough to live off of. $45,000, depending on where you live, if you budget correctly, is enough to live off of too. Some people live off of less. Okay, my parents have lived off of less. So I'm trying to understand, what the fuck did you do with that money? At the time, Dave's Gourmet did not know if any sales will be generated from pink sauce. In the fall of 2022, Shaw was struggling financially. Dave's Gourmet wanted to be helpful, and over the course of several months, provided Shaw with multiple cash advances that total more than $40,000 without charging Shaw interest or fees. These advances were supposed to be offset by future royalties that Shaw was going to earn. In March 2023, Shaw communicated that she had spent the entirety of her previous advances and that she needed another advance to feed her children and to avoid being evicted. How sway? Woo! Dave's Gourmet sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000, but again encouraged her to continue working her other job and pursue her private chef career as she had been doing prior to partnering to commercially produce pink sauce. Shaw wanted to know more about activities related to pink sauce at Dave's Gourmet. In the beginning of 2022, Dave's Gourmet team set up weekly standing meetings to discuss brand strategy to support and collaborate with Shaw. Shaw attended only a couple of these meetings and has not been attending since. February 2023, Veronica requested over $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party. And also provided a request for Dave's Gourmet to pay her dress that cost more than $800 and shoes, which cost over $600, that would potentially be used in a TikTok video. Do y'all hear what I like? Do y'all see the bullshit here? She's full of shit. You didn't care about your kids when you were doing all of this goofy shit. You didn't care about them going to school when you were doing all of this goofy shit. You didn't care about being evicted when you were doing... Dave's Gourmet suggested a smaller budget, and because Dave's Gourmet would not approve these expenses, Shaw refused to collaborate or contribute to marketing efforts alongside Dave Gourmet moving forward. February 2023, Shaw attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses, like buying 4 pairs of sneakers or expensing her grocery bills. You can't do that for business expenses, by the way, guys. If it's business, it's business. If it's personal, it's personal. For those of you guys who own businesses, you gotta learn that. Dave's Gourmet informed her that such activities are fraudulent and asked a lot of questions related to the receipts submitted. Shaw did not respond to any of these questions. May 2023, due to the large advances on Shaw's royalty payment, the balance of Q1 royalties owed to Shaw came to $666.86. Dave's Gourmet decided to hold off on deducting $10,000 in advances from the royalties due until a later period so that Shaw has more funds to cover her needs at the time. Instead, paid Shaw $10,666.68. This balance and all payments process have been outlined and communicated to Veronica consistently. Dave's Gourmet deducted the above mentioned advances of $10,000 at the second quarter royalty payment. June 2023, Shaw submitted an expense report to Dave's Gourmet that included requests for payment for her time dedicated to making social media content. Girl, you're supposed to be making social media content. Are you not an influencer? Are you not trying to promote your own brand? This girl is fucking delusional. Such requests request was outside of the terms of the agreement. Yeah, like I can imagine. Dave's Gourmet asked for clarification related to the various expenses listed by Shaw, but backups, receipts, and explanations were not provided. Dave's Gourmet reminded Shaw that business expenses need to be approved by Dave's Gourmet. Dave's Gourmet has kept this timeline of information private leading up until Veronica took to social media with defamatory statements regarding the integrity of our business, which has put us in an unfortunate position to share these details that would have otherwise remained private. In total, Veronica Shaw has received over $120,000 in payments from her partnership with Dave's Gourmet in pink sauce since August of 2022. To date, she has certain obligations in the contract related to social media activities that she has violated multiple times, but Dave's Gourmet chose not to enforce them, not to create a strained relationship. After Shaw went to social media to create the illusion that she has not been compensated properly, Dave's Gourmet communicated to both Shaw and her attorney that Dave's Gourmet will cover the cost of Shaw's legal counsel to go through provisions of their agreement and payments to explain that the payments were correct, and Dave's Gourmet is following the agreement. This proposal was rejected by Shaw. To be honest, this shit is embarrassing. It's sad. It's ridiculous, especially to those people who have sat here and tried to defend her, sat there and supported her, sat here and bought the fucking pink sauce. I want my $20 back, Dave's Gourmet. It doesn't even make any damn sense how they even sat here and gave her all of this money in cash advances, sat here and even thought about giving her a smaller budget for a nonsensical party, sat here and even approved her expenses for freaking grocery bills and other things that were unrelated to business expenses. I'm just sitting here trying to understand how it even got this far and how they were even willing to keep this private. Because to be honest, as a business, that woman would have got dropped from that contract like a bad habit a very long time ago. However, I do see why they just didn't want to have any type of problems with her, because she is an influencer, and influencers can genuinely like destroy your brand in a heartbeat by saying anything. However, in this case, I think that's what she tried to do. She tried to be on some, oh, they are destroying my brand, they're fucking me up, look what they're doing, they're so horrible, and you know, that clearly didn't work, as you guys can see. That is something where I feel like she dropped the ball. She tried to expose them and tried to make them look like bad people, tried to make it look like they were fucking her over, you know, especially as a black woman. I'm not even gonna lie, that's part of black privilege that we have. We can make it look like everyone is racist. We can make it look like anyone is fucking us over. We can make it look like there's any type of injustice happening to us just because we're black. That is definitely something that we can all do, and most of the time people will believe us, but this is not working in her favor because Dave's Gourmet is out here dropping receipts and stories and all types of shit, and it's not going well for her, okay? Because at this point, it's looking like she just sat here, she took their money, and she did all types of goofy shit with it to make it look like she was some sort of girl boss. And that's the problem that I'm having with social media and this entrepreneur type of lifestyle that a lot of people are trying to push out there. Everyone that's an entrepreneur, everyone that owns businesses is out here more so concerned with looking like a business owner instead of actually doing the work that it takes to be a business owner. I own 2 businesses and I'm working so goddamn much, I don't even have time to flex and do all this goofy shit. I be so confused and so like flabbergasted when I see these people out here like having the time to flex all the damn time. Like, where do you have time to flex and act like you own a business when you actually own a business? Because when you own a business, it's mad work. It's way more work than actually working a 9 to 5, to be honest with you. So to be honest, be very, very weary when you see people putting on a show all the damn time. Because when you actually run businesses, you don't have time to put on a damn show. And all that girl does is flex and talk all the damn time. All she does is run her mouth and not take accountability for her actions. Don't give that woman a damn dime. And I'm very sure this shit is gonna get worse. I'm very sure Dave's Gourmet is going to sue her, and it's not going to be pretty. What do you guys think about this situation? Do you think maybe even a schmidt of what she's saying is the truth? Personally, I think she's a big fat liar and she's a piece of shit. And again, Dave's Gourmet, I would like my money back. But hey, you know, if you guys want to sponsor some ippies, I'm waiting for some Haitians to drop some ippies in some stores. Like shit, Hispanic people got some sofrito and everybody else has some type of like seasoning. Like, why do Haitians not have ippies in stores? So Dave's Gourmet, hit me up. What's good? What's poppin'? Anyways, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that. I love you guys so very much. Make sure you guys sign up for the Patreon. Like I said, most expensive tier is only $5. Make sure you guys subscribe to my other 2 channels. My Haitian channel deals with Haitian voodoo, politics, and folklore. And my personal channel has vlogs, story times, advice, all of that. Yeah, that merch is coming soon. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, ADHD is a bitch. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye.